This is Ashwin again. So till now we have been learning how to code in Python 3. So till now we have learned how to create objects, how to define the classes, the difference between the methods and the functions, what a function is, what a method is, as well as a special method known as initializer method in Python 3. So till now we have been coding. We haven't actually paid much attention to the documentation of the code, but as everyone knows, documentation is as important as the code is in any software project. So there is a way we can write the documentation in line within our code itself. So that way is known as docstrings. So there are many languages which support this feature. So docstrings stands for documentation strings. So let me type it for you. So this particular feature is known as docstrings, which means documentation strings, as I have already said. So I'm just typing in case you forget the meaning as well as the full form of docstrings. So Python also has got docstrings feature. So that feature is simply known as Python docstrings. So we are just like prefixing it with the Python, which is the programming language that we are using. Okay, so that feature is known as Python docstrings. So docstrings means it's a way we can actually provide the comments to the code. Okay, and those comments are always in line, as well as we can programmatically see what those comments are and what that documentation is. So mostly writing comments is a way we can write the documentation. Okay, so these docstrings are a special sort of comment, we can say. So, and we can also view it programmatically, as I have already told you. So let's see how to define how to have a couple of docstrings for our code. Okay, so we have already seen the example of class point. Let's write a simple docstring for this file, for this entire file. Okay, so let's say this is a docstring section for class point. Or this is not actually the docstring section for the class point. This is the docstring section for entire file, for this file. Okay, so let's write a docstring for the class. Okay, so let's say this is a docstring for class point. Okay, and let's even have a docstring for init section. So here we will just actually provide some more information. This is initializer method for class point. Okay, let's provide some information about the assign method. This method assigns the values to the coordinates of point. Okay, and this method prints the point. This method prints the point, or let's say values of the coordinates of the point. Okay, so we have written the docstrings for almost every section of our code. So the first docstring is for the entire file. The second docstring is the docstring of the class, and all the other docstrings are the docstrings for those particular methods. Similarly, we can even write a function, and then we can have a docstring for that function. But You do it as an exercise. Now let's see how we can programmatically access these docstrings. So now, as of now, we are not actually seeing how to create the objects and how to use the method. So let me delete this code and let's see how to programmatically access the docstrings. So every Python file is known as a Python module. We are going to see module in the next couple of tutorials. So, but just keep it in mind, every piece of every file which contains the Python code is either known as simply Python code file or a module. And we can access the docstring of that particular module or that particular Python file by means of the property of that and built in a variable which is a property of that file. It is known as __doc___. Okay, and let's run this code. So this particular line of code is supposed to print the first docstring in the module. Let's run it. Okay, so now it is printing the first docstring of the file. Okay, so when we say print __doc__, it prints the docstring of that particular file. Okay, now I want to print the docstring for the class point, so I can just say point. Okay, so let me run the module again. Okay, sorry. So this will not print the docstring of the class point. Okay, so in order to print the docstring of the class point, we need to define a object of that class. So let's say p1 again, point of 0, 0, 0, 0, the origin in the 3 dimensions, and just say p1.doc. Okay, and okay, for the sake of understanding, we will also print the docstring of the entire module here, doc. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we have printed the docstring of the entire module. We have also printed the docstring of the entire class. Now let's see how we can print the docstring of all the methods. Okay, so if I say p1 dot assign dot doc, so this is supposed to print the docstring of the method assign. Okay, it is not printing the docstring. Okay, so this is how we print the docstring of the method assign or any other method. So there are actually 2 methods. So let's say and we are printing the docstrings of the method assign. We have printed the docstrings of the module as well as the class and the methods associated with the class. Now let's see how to print the docstring of an initializer method in the class. So for that we have to use the syntax print p1 dot __init __dot __doc _ and closing bracket. So this particular line of code is going to print the docstring associated with the initializer method. So let us run the code. Okay, see, you can see the last line. This is the docstring associated with the initializer method of the Python class. So this is how we can have the docstrings in our code and we can programmatically access them. So there is another way we can access these doc strings programmatically. So let's see that way. So let us delete this doc string first and let us comment, because we want to compare and contrast both the ways. So just say print help of p1. So help is a special method in Python which is going to print all the doc strings associated with the object p1, which is the object of class point. So let us see what how it looks like. So when I just say run, okay, as you can see, the first line, it is the output of the doc string, the print statement, okay, of the first doc string. See, so when I say print of p1 dot doc, so it is going to print this line, okay, this is doc string for class point. And but when I just say help, when I just say help of p1, print of help of p1, so it actually prints all the doc strings associated with the with that particular class. So we can even individually print the doc strings of all the classes, all the methods, as well as the initializer method, okay, by means of help. So just say print help of p1 dot assign. Okay, so let us comment this thing. Okay, so here we can see the difference between the output of the doc string, okay, the output of the doc string variable doc, and the help function. Okay, so basically they give us the same output, but this is actually more the second way is more streamlined. Here we are actually getting the help in the console format. If you have ever worked with the command line of Linux, then we can just type help or man command in the console, like man and ls. So it will actually provide us all the documentation related to ls command in Linux shell. So the same way, if we just mention help of something, okay, in our code and print that particular method call or the function call, then it is going to show us all the doc string in the help format. Okay, so this is how we define and use the doc strings in our program. So in the next video tutorial, we are going to see how to define multi-line doc strings.